everybody, welcome back to From the Ash. Good to have you here for another video. It's been a little while. I haven't picked up the camera for about a month. In fact, the last time I did vlog, I wasn't even in the UK, I was in Romania having a good time with some friends for a week, and I vlogged over there. I did 5 videos in the end. There was a lot of fun to be had in Romania, and those videos actually did very well, including being featured in several Romanian newspapers who picked up on the fact that there was a semi-successful vlogger from the UK in the country having a good time, and I was having a very good time. It was a great trip. Thank you to those Romanian publications for picking up the videos. It meant that they got more views than normal. So if you're here for the first time, having seen me in the Romanian news, welcome. It's good to have you here, no matter where you're watching from. If you're watching from Romania or from the UK or from Timbuktu, I don't mind. It's just good to have you here. I apologise that I haven't vlogged very much since Romania. It's been a very busy time for me personally. Work's been picking up massively. I was also down for a week with a chest infection, had a few family things going on as well, so there's been lots happening, but I'm hoping now that things have leveled off and I can get the camera out and take you out and about and show you some exciting things, particularly in this area of the country that I live in, which is Oxfordshire. Right now I'm in Oxford. I'm actually on Christchurch Meadow having a little wander. I'm up and working today, but I've stepped away from my desk for a little stroll. Where better to do it? You know, you've got Christchurch just back that way, and then just up here you've got the one and only River Thames. And right here, this is normally where you'll see a lot of people punting, particularly in the summer. Usually people crashing into the banks at the side because they're not very good. That's what happened when we did it. You can get punted along here, and yeah, this is the River Thames, and this is where I take my lunchtime stroll. This, where I am now, is literally just across the road from my office, and my goodness me, do I feel blessed for having it. It's such a godsend. When I want to get away from the desk, and you know, it's good to get away from your desk, not sit there all day. I come here, I have a stroll. Sometimes I bring my lunch, didn't today. It's nice to come out and just be at one with nature. You know, it's all to me. I've got it all to myself right now. There's not a soul in sight. I've barely passed another human being, and it's autumn as well. Autumn's finally kicking in. You know, I'm sort of trying to embrace autumn this year a little bit. We've got a couple of bits of autumn decor out in the flat. We've got an orange blanket out. You know what I mean? You've got to embrace where you are. I'm not one of those people. There's a lot of, Joe and I watch some YouTubers and they're almost wishing away the summer so they can get to autumn. I'm never going to be that guy, but now that we're in autumn, I'm like, yeah, I'll embrace it. Pumpkin spice lattes, they're okay. Strictly's back on. I'm going to head tonight to Abingdon, which is about, I don't know, 20 minutes outside Oxford, and we're going to go to Europe's or the UK's, I don't know which, can't remember which, the biggest street fair. So like a fun fair, and they have it along one street right through the middle of Abingdon, and I'm going to go there tonight and have a little look around. That was the River Thames back that way, which it was technically, although that was like an offshoot of the Thames. This is the actual Thames, and if you come here most days, there's often people rowing. This is where a lot of the boat houses for the rowing teams are just up there. You quite often see rowers on this section of the river. None today, but if you want to see rowers, obviously Oxford's known for its rowing along with Cambridge. This is where you want to come. There you go. What did I say? Just a couple of paces along. There you go. There's a couple of ladies practicing their rowing. Oh, and there's another one here. Look at that. 2 in 1. There you go. You see, I told you we had rowers here in Oxford. I mean, you knew that anyway. We're known for our rowing, but this is the part of the Thames to come to if you want to see them practicing. Anyway, I'm going to put the camera away because I need to get back to work. So I'm going to turn this off now, but I will see you tonight at the Abingdon Street Fair. I think that's what it's called anyway, but you know what I mean. I'll see you there tonight. Have a good day. See you in a little while. Here we go. I've arrived at Abingdon Street Fair, the UK's longest street fair, 1.5 miles of fun. Not Europe's longest street fair, but it is the UK's, so let's go and have a look. Don't times change? I remember going on this as a little boy, absolutely terrified. Now look, it's basically the same height as I am. Well, here we go, I've arrived at Abingdon Street Fair. As you can see, very, very busy, very, very loud. I gotta say, I was walking here and I was thinking, am I gonna enjoy this?
Be now for the next ride.
Would I rather be at home with a glass of Merlot, maybe one or two friends if I'm feeling sociable? The answer is yes, I would rather be doing that than this. I'm not a child and I'm not a parent. I am in my mid-30s. I feel about 100 when I come to these things now. But if you're a child, or you're the parent of a child, or you're more fun than I am, you'll enjoy this. Look at this, every player gets an octopus. I bet you don't win that octopus though, that's one of the smaller ones. This man, I tell you what, this job, you're dicing with death. Look at it, he's just wandering around. It's a dangerous, dangerous job, a noble job. You know what, forget all this, forget all these rides and everything. This is what I'm interested in. They have the football on. If there was a game on today, I would be sacking this off and I would be heading inside. It's so weird seeing a fun fair on a street that I've driven down so many times. By the way, shout out to this fish and chip shop. I've been in there for fish and chips before. Very, very nice. There's a queue out the door today, so maybe don't come on the day of the Abingdon Fair. But in normal times, I recommend Reeves. It's like you're in one big long line, but you have no idea what you're queuing for or why you're queuing. I managed to step away from the crowd, but honestly, you see the bumper cars behind me. You know I love the bumper cars. It's like one big queue. Honestly, if you're coming in with a pushchair or a wheelchair, or you don't like crowds, it's not for you. But it's quite good fun. I mean, the problem is if I planned ahead, then I wouldn't have eaten and I would have had some candy floss and a burger, but I've already had dinner, so I'm not hungry. I'm not with anybody today, I've not got Joe with me. If you're gonna come, don't come by yourself. I mean, these used to be fun, but look at the prizes on this one. You've got some Prime or some Fosters. What happens if you're a kid and you win the Fosters? Do they let you have it? Do you remember this ride? This is the ride that you go on when you're about 12. And you think you're a right badass because you think it's like a roller coaster at Alton Towers, when actually it's just going round on a board. When you're 12, you think you're the king of the world doing it. Look at this man. How is he doing that? That is years of experience right there. Look at him. Look at him. I wonder how many times he had to fall off to realise that he could do that. Been here about an hour, still feel about 100 years old, but I'm trying to embrace it. But really, I just want to go home and put my feet up. Although I should say that if you are going to come and visit this, it's only here for a couple of days this time of year, so you need to be quick about it. It's not an all year long thing, it's like an autumn thing, so get here for the autumn season. It's just not for me. Don't let the flashing lights deceive you. I'm not loving it. I'm going home. Right, that's me done. That was the Abingdon Street Fair that you can come to once a year for 2 days, I believe. I'm all done. I'm not doing any more. I'm going home now. I will say this, 1.5 miles apparently that. Didn't feel like 1.5 miles, so if you want to get your steps in, highly recommend.